Hi everyone, and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make my original design, the Prismane Bracelet. I designed this 2 days ago, I think a little over 2 days ago, and I posted on Instagram and a lot of you guys liked it and asked for a tutorial, so here I am filming one today. So yeah, this is a pretty simple bracelet and it's very thin as well, so it just kind of looks something like this. It's not too complicated, but it can get, I guess, a bit frustrating if the bands start sliding around. I'm not going to bring up my Instagram. I will have it in the description box below, though. And we're just going to go ahead and get started. So to make this bracelet today, you're going to need a hook. I'm just going to be using my double-ended hook, but you could probably just use a rainbow loom hook. You're also going to need a C-clip up here at the top, and at least 2 colors of bands, at least for your first part. I keep saying a lot, sorry. So I'm going to be using olive green for the white portion and glitter gold for the dark green bands in this bracelet. So to start, you're going to want to take your olive green bands or your border color, and you're going to cap the first band on your hook. You're going to pull a band through, and then before you close, you're going to lift one of those cap band loops. Then you're going to take 2 olive green bands, pull your first one through the first 2 loops and lift the farthest stitch, and do the same thing again. Pull through 2 bands and lift the farthest stitch. Now we're going to turn this around and do the same thing to the other side. So for this part I'm just going to pinch it, and again lift that cap band, taking 2 bands. Pull your first band through the first 2 and then lift the farthest one. Make sure your bands stay in order. Take your second one through the first 2 and lift the farthest one. So now you should have a total of 8 loops on your hook. And what we're going to go ahead and do is grab a glitter gold band here, and we're going to pull it through the first 7 loops here. You're just going to leave this last one on your hook, and before we close we're going to pick up the 2nd, the 6th, and the 8th loop here, and then reattach. Make sure that you rearrange this outside band so that it is on the outside, because placement is very important in this bracelet. And what we're going to go ahead and do is take this glitter gold band here, and we're going to fold it into the center, and make sure it is in the very center. You're going to push this other olive green band out here, grab your olive green band, pull it through the first 2 loops. Make sure that your bands do stay in order and that you're pulling it through both of those olive green loops, and before you close, lift the farthest band back up onto your hook and reattach. Now I'm going to slide this down. It can also get a bit twisted with your band, so again make sure that your bands stay in order. And now you're going to take another olive green band here, take this glitter gold band and fold it over the center loop, and just kind of push that olive green back out and hold it with your fingers so that it doesn't slip. Then you're going to pull your olive green band through the first 2 loops. This end of my hook is really big, so it's difficult for me to do it on this side. And once you pull it through the first 2 loops, you're going to lift the farthest one back onto your hook and reattach. So now that you have this, you're going to want to make sure that these 2 glitter gold bands are in the very center and that they stay in the very center when you are pulling through your next gold band. So I'm going to take my next gold band here, and I'm going to pull it through all of these, or not all of them, but the first 7 loops. And as you may have seen, I stopped here because this glitter gold is trying to come over top of my olive green. I want to make sure that that does not happen. That's probably one of the most difficult parts of this bracelet, is making sure that all of your bands stay in the correct order. So, pulling through the first 7 loops, you're going to lift the 2nd loop here, and then you're going to lift, okay, my bands are not in order here. You're going to lift this band here, and this band here. And you're going to want to make sure that these 2 bands that you lifted on this other side are actually the same band. They're just 2 sides. Then you're going to move this olive green to the outside here, so it looks something like this. And now what we're going to do is repeat that process. So take your glitter gold band, fold it into the center, and then push this olive green band back towards the outside. I feel like this would be very bad to do in 300 pack bands because they would get just so sticky. So I didn't really mention that before, but I probably should have. But anyway, you're going to take your next olive green band through the first 2 loops, again making sure that they stay in order. Going to lift the farthest one back up, and now I'm going to slide down to the other end. Make sure that my bands are still in order, kind of adjust them. Now taking this glitter gold band here, folding it over the olive green, kind of separating those two. Now grabbing another olive green band, pulling it through the first 2 loops, and lifting the farthest one. And now you should have something like this, again 8 loops on your hook, with your 2 glitter gold bands in the very center. And just like before, we're going to want to keep them in the very center so that the bracelet ends up looking the right way. You're going to take your hook and pull your glitter gold band through. Sometimes I like to just pull on these first 3 a little bit farther so that the glitter gold band doesn't go over top of them. You're going to pull this through the first 7 loops. And sticking up should be the second loop here. You're going to grab that. And as you can see, this glitter gold band did become unfolded. So if that does happen, you're just going to want to take it and just kind of pull it back if you can, and try and grab this band here, which is the band that we want to grab, but the glitter gold band did not, it became undone. And so now these 2 became out of order, so you're going to want to you're going to readjust them. Sometimes I like to put it back on my hook, readjust, and then pull it back over, but like this time it's not working. So just make sure that you pull the correct bands here, and then rearrange this olive green band. So now you should have something like this. You can pull on it, you can push it together, whichever. I'll show you one last time how to do this, and then I'll show you how to finish it off. So you're going to take your glitter gold band, fold it over the olive green into the center, take your olive green and pull it through the first 2 loops, and lift the farthest one back up onto your hook and reattach. And if you want, you can also just pinch this and try and take it off like this. I just find it a bit difficult because the glitter gold band is kind of sliding around, but it is definitely doable if you do have a rainbow loom hook. I'm going to take this glitter gold band, fold it over the olive green, take your olive green, pull it through those first 2 loops, and lift the farthest one back up onto your hook and reattach. So now you should have something like this. Okay? And now you're going to take your glitter gold band here, and you're going to pull it through the first 7 loops. You're going to lift the second one, then you're going to skip the 3rd and the 4th, which are the glitter gold bands, and then you're going to get the 5th and the 7th bands. Rearrange that 7th one so it's now on the outside, and you're going to want to make sure that your bands are all adjusted nicely. And then to finish this off, once you are at this point here, all you're going to do is take one of your olive green bands and pull it through these 6 loops. Reattach and attach your C-clip here. So that's all I'm going to really have for this tutorial, so thank you for watching. Make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. I will have my Instagram name in the description box below if you want to check that out if you haven't already. I post my original designs there before I post them on YouTube, so if you want a sneak peek or a preview, you can go ahead and check that out. Otherwise, that's going to do it for this video, so I hope to see you guys next time.